Jamie Foxx apologized for a social media post that he made, and some people said it was anti-Semitic. He apologized. So what did he say that was so bad that he had to apologize? And what about his words were so anti-Semitic? Well, his apology went like this.
I want to apologize to the Jewish community and everyone who was offended by my post. I now know my choice of words have caused offense, and I'm sorry. That was never my intent. To clarify, I was betrayed by a fake friend, and that's what I meant with they not anything more. I only have love in my heart for everyone.
So that's what he wrote on Saturday in a text post on Instagram. He has since deleted his Instagram post. That seemed like a sincere apology. I'm just trying to understand what he said that was so bad that he had to make that apology. Here's what he originally posted on Instagram. And the uproar on the internet was, they killed this dude named Jesus. What do you think they'll do to you? And then he had the hashtags fake friends and fake love in the caption. Can I read that one more time for the people in the cheap seats? He said they killed this dude named Jesus. What do you think they'll do to you? Hashtag fake friends, hashtag fake love. Ladies and gentlemen, people got upset at this post. I'm not saying people, I don't want to put this on everybody. See, we need to be very specific. Part of the problem that we have is people are not specific when they're calling people out. They're not specific on who they're laying blame on, and it seems like they're talking about everybody. Get what I'm saying? So one of the problems we have is people are, passive aggressive on these internet sites, on the social media, and we want to call people out and we want to say things, and we've all done it. And look, I've done it. I've said things I might be talking about people you know, people in the independent media world. I may be talking about people in general or a certain person that ticked me off, but I don't want to use their name because I don't want all the smoke. I don't want all the Actually, I don't mind the smoke. Smoke is good. It just passed legalized weed in Maryland, by the way. But I don't got a problem with smoke. I encourage the smoke. Just smoke responsibly. Here's the thing, guys. When we are not specific, okay? When we're not specific, what happens? It gets misinterpreted. It can be misinterpreted. A little bit of specificity, a little bit of bare necessities, those lovely bare, a little bit of just saying it with your chest. And if you tell it, if you're going to say it, say it. And that would have avoided all of this. It happens all the time. But no, Tim, maybe Jamie didn't want to say who he was talking about. Then why say it? Once again, we all do this. I'm not coming down on Jamie Foxx. In fact, I'm going to defend him in like 2 seconds. But I got to make this point, guys. When we're making comments about people on the internet, and we don't want to talk specifically about who we're talking about, people are going to be like, who we talking about? We all guilty of it. Every one of us have made a post in a passive-aggressive way, getting at somebody who may have had it coming. You may have been dead right. You may have been spot on, but you didn't want to put their name out there. My thing is maybe this could happen to you. That's all I'm saying. Not in this way like Jamie Foxx, but to any of us, right? It gets misinterpreted. And I know we want to say I hit Dog Hollis. Everybody wants to say hit Dog Hollis. I get you, Johnson. I get you. If you think about it long enough, you consider it, you got an open mind, you'll see my point. Hit Dog Hollis, that's true, but dogs you don't mean to hit can also holler. Particularly when people are looking for shine and fame and a reason to be aggrieved. Okay? People walking around with a chip on their shoulder. People walking around looking for more, especially with somebody like Jamie Foxx, where he's a huge celebrity. He's all over the news right now because of his sickness and recovery and all the conspiracy theories surrounding that. They're saying they cloned this man. This guy, his name is on fire. His name is Fire right now. So anything he does, somebody's going to try to capitalize off of it. Right now, I know the name of a shitty organization I probably should not know. I probably should not know this organization at all. But I'm now aware of this organization only because they latched on to Jamie Foxx. They latched on to him in a moment of being upset, a moment of feeling, a moment of trauma, possibly, and made a comment on social media, not directed to them at all. And they stood up and said, I am offended. And they took his comment to think he meant all Jewish people. Why would Jewish people think that black people think that they're fake friends? Why would you think that? Why would you think those hashtags in that post apply to you? I don't think it applies to you. Why do you think it applies to you? Why do you think that applies to you? Why do you think a guy who's almost died recently, he's only made like 5 posts on social. Why do you think one of those posts would be going after a group of people just for no damn reason? An entire religion of people. Why would you think that? Now, some say that this is connected to an anti-Semitic trope. Some people probably do believe this. That's true. There are some people that thought that. That statement, I've heard people say it. We grew up with it. Generation X. That's my same. Jamie and I. We grew up in the 90s, late 80s. That's something we heard all the time. You know what they did to Jesus? Yeah, dude, hey. Why should you talk about me? Hey, talk about Jesus. Who are you? That you can't get talked about. Everybody get talked about. Everybody get disrespected. Everybody get their name run in the mud. Stop being depressed. Stop being down. Expect hate. They hate everybody. Everybody gets hated on by somebody at some point. That's what it means. It's definitely the way I've ever used it, the way I've ever heard it used. It's never been about any particular religious group. But this is what people are saying. They're saying, well, Tim, you know what? I don't know where it derived, though. I have no idea where it derived, where this particular colloquialism, whatever you call it, right? I guess that's what you call it, where it came from. Now, if you're educating, why can't we educate people out of love? Even if you say, well, Jamie Foxx, I guess maybe he didn't mean it that way, and I take him at his word. He should have chose better words. Here's the thing. Why come you couldn't approach the brother out of love, man? Why can't we treat each other with some respect and dignity? Why do you have to assume the worst? Because ain't no viral. Ain't no virality. Ain't no upside. Ain't no wide awareness. Ain't no, look at what they're talking about. Who's this group? If you do it the right way. If you do it the right way, it doesn't become a big news story. See, I'm calling these people out, man. I'm calling these people out. Do you think it's impossible for this organization? I'm not talking about a random person. There's an organization that put this on blast. You think it was impossible for them to be like, hey, Jamie, Mr. Foxx, you may not be aware of this, bro. Out of love, I need to educate you on this. Because some people find it offensive. Let me explain to you why. Why come it can't be done that way? Oh, I know why. Because there's no upside from it. You can't make money off that. You don't get to give free publicity if you do it the right way. And we all know that's not what you're out for. You're not out to actually educate anyone, or you would have actually educated them without attacking them. They got poor Jennifer Aniston deleting their tweets and running and shit, throwing her friend under the bus. Oh, shit, I got nothing to do with it. I got nothing to do with this. So Jennifer Aniston's a friend of Jamie Foxx, or was. Maybe Maybe Jennifer Aniston fits the quote. But she quickly distanced herself from Jamie Foxx. Yeah, Jamie, I know you're just getting better and all. And this is really a bad time to abandon you, but gotta go. See you when I see you. People will always look for something. They will always look for something to make you the bad guy. They will always look for something to try to hurt you. People can't stand you, but they gotta watch. It happens all the time. It happens to me all the time. I know it happens to Jamie Foxx. It happens to you. It happens to everyone. People that hate you, but gotta watch. They gotta follow. Once again, this organization, who I will not name, and no, it's not that big organization that you know the name of. Don't assume. I'm going to tell you it's not them. I just don't want to give this organization any notoriety because I don't think they deserve it. Because I think if you really cared about a person, and don't tell me you didn't know this guy almost lost his life recently. Don't tell me you didn't know that. You could have treated him with some respect. But see, that's part of the problem. With our groups, our cultures, the problem with folks and the reasons why we're so separated is because people don't want to treat other people with respect. And the lack of respect that we get as Black Americans is part of the problem why we're so divided with you and others. Because there's no respect for Black people. By and large, most disrespected group in America is Black people. Bar none. Bar none. We got governors that will fight to have Black history removed from books, but won't remove the Confederacy because we always got to remember. They won't remove the Confederate monuments because you got to remember that history. That's our history. We need to remember that. They say, well, what about Black history? I'll be making white people feel bad. Got to get that out of there. That's not good. You're indoctrinating them into knowing about your pain and suffering. But it's about states' rights. States' rights to do what? Have slaves? No. States' rights to... Shut up, Tim Black. There you go again, playing victim. Oh, you people. This is what we go through, Johnson. So back to Jamie Foxx. You know, people want to make it about biblical, about Judas, Iscariot, and all this stuff, man. Once again, guys, whenever I've used it, which is not often, but when it's been used in the way I've always understood it, we're talking generally about anybody who stabs you in the back, anybody who comes for you. And usually it applies to any person who feels a little down, who may be surprised at people coming at you, who may be surprised at being treated awfully, horribly. That's all it's ever meant to us. So anybody that's watching that's of the Jewish faith, it ain't that serious. But can we stand to be educated? Yeah. Particularly if what you're telling me, and I don't know if this is true, but what I'm getting is the actual conception of the statement, the roots of it may be based in a trope. But that's why, folks, when people get on the internet, there's no classes. There's no classes. There's no instruction book. There's no handbook. People don't know stuff. But we all assume everyone knows what we already know. And a lot of times we don't. I feel bad. I'm upset because I feel that Jamie Foxx, he deserved grace. He was given no grace. And all I can say to my brothers and sisters is we need a little grace in the place. He's got nothing but love for everyone. Yeah, that's it. So anyway, my thing that kills me, the reason why I say they're being disingenuous is because he had hashtags in it. He had hashtags in it. There were 2 hashtags in it telling you who he was talking about. Jamie Foxx, I'm glad you deleted it and moved on with life. This is not worth you arguing. It's not worth you fighting. I know people are like, you shouldn't apologize. And I was like that too. Then I thought about it. Jamie Foxx, all the stuff he's going through, I don't know. Of course I don't know Jamie Foxx. Well, I ain't gonna say of course. I mean, anybody can know anybody, right? But I gotta imagine all the stuff that Jamie Foxx has been going through. I know he was like, Jesus Christ, this too? God, what do you want from me? Jesus, can a brother catch a break? But then I guess he thought, you know what? Let me just get this over with. Let me get this out of my life. I don't need this fight. This ain't a fight I want to fight. It's not even what I meant. Let me move on with my time. Jesus Christ, I got things to do. I got to get back to my career. Leave me alone. So the people out there, so that's another thing. Like, everybody wants us to fight everything. Are you even considering what Jamie Foxx has most recently been going through? Why should he have to fight 100-year battles about people not understanding each other? Or this thing, whatever. I do want to add this though, folks. A lot of people love commenting on black people when black people be talking, but they don't know anything about black people. And that's the problem. I said, a lot of people that aren't black people like talking about black people, listening to black people conversations, even when they're not talking to them, and they like chiming in and then adding shit to it when they don't know what they're talking about and they don't know anything about black people and how black people talk. I had the same thing happen to me by a whole bunch of so-called progressives, and I will never forget it. And those people who did not stand up for me, I will never forget you either. Because you are #fake friends. That's what you are. But like my good friend, like my acquaintance, Mr. Actor, Author, Director Bill Duke said, ain't no love, man. Ain't no love. But you can be used, though. You can be used. So, I'll just leave it there. If you don't know anything about black people, maybe you should just shut up when black people be talking to other black people. Maybe. I don't know. Just a thought. I mean, if you don't understand our slang, what we mean, things we say in our communities, and you're not part of the black community, I get it. But if no one's talking to you, maybe, I don't know, maybe you can shut the hell up. I don't know, just maybe something. I mean, I'm just saying, maybe. I mean, I don't go around to a bunch of, Asian folks having conversations and be like, they say something about black people. They say black. They say something about black people. Somebody say black. Black people, they say something about black people. I could swear I heard him say black people. I couldn't tell what they said. I think they say black people. I think they say black people. Shut up. I think I heard him say something about us. Nosy mofos. Sit your entire ass down. That's all I'm saying. Sit your entire ass down. I said what I said. All right, we're moving on to the next.
Extra innings are bonus segments from Tim Black's Black Table Show with the Blacks. That's Tim Black and the amazing Mrs. Black. For early access to extra innings, become a paid member of the Tim Black Show at jointimblack.com. Ain't nothing like the real thing. Baby, join today. See you there, Wolfpack.